Louis Vuitton monogram, and I'm going to tell you why.
Today we're talking all things pre-loved luxury consignment handbags. Never purchased a pre-loved handbag before, then this is a video for you. I'm here at one of my favorite consignment shops in Toronto, Luxury Finds Consignment. I'm with the owner, Christina, to talk all things pre-loved handbags.
Hey girl, nice to see you, Roxana. Welcome to LFC. And let's go have a coffee.
How long have you been in business?
We've been in business since 2022, say about a year and a half.
LFC is arguably one of the best places to find a handbag, and I don't care that they're a little bit newer. She has the best look.
Now, your background is really heavily in luxury retail. Christina here used to work for Chanel and Miu Miu and lots of other big brands. Tell us when you bought your first pre-loved consignment handbag.
It was in 2008. It was from Fashionably Yours on Queenie. Jumbo caviar, classic flat bag, silver hardware.
Wait, did you buy a Chanel bag while you were working at Chanel?
Well, that came many years later. It's truly my first bag.
Considering you've worked directly for all these big brands, what made you want to open a consignment shop?
It happened super organically. I've been in retail for 23 years at Chanel, and I was just going to be a stay-at-home mom. A lot of my big clients started knocking on my door. I deposited edits for them. You know what? I'm going to try selling out of my house. One thing led to another. We are now a year and a half later, moving to a new store location, double the size.
You never bought a pre-loved handbag before. What advice would you have for somebody on which one should be your first one?
Firstly, we need to talk about the authenticity. Make sure you're confident where you're shopping. Secondly, I don't know. It's really personal. I love a good crossbody bag. I'm really into lambskin. It's rich, and just like a great leather jacket, it wears so beautifully over time.
What do you think are the best brands to buy on the pre-loved handbag market?
The ones that hold its value the most is always going to be Chanel and Hermes. The ones that depreciate the most is your YSL, your Bottega brands. On a really, really good deal, going for a YSL or Bottega, and on occasion Prada as well.
What's a brand that's actually way better to buy on the pre-loved market?
And I think Hermes is. Know that Hermes is overselling. At the end of the day, we know the Hermes game. Going into a store, you're not just buying a Birkin or a Kelly. You need to play the game, and you're buying things from all different categories. Consignment stores have some incredible colors, fabrication, and really you kind of are saving. Even though that initial sticker shop will hit you, do you think you're saving in the end?
Are pre-loved handbags always cheaper than retail?
Definitely not.
What's one of your favorite bags you have in store right now?
Look how cute this cocoa handle small color is. Amazing. Love it.
How much is that one going for?
$54.95. She's actually on sale. Retail for this bag in store today is about approximate $8,400.
What would you say they typically go for on the resale market?
I mean, depending on the condition, I'd say anywhere up to $8,000.
What are some things you should be looking at when you're checking for authenticity?
Let me show you. Toy Lulu right over here. YSL is notorious to being a super fake. The knockoffs are exceptionally great, but there's a couple of things you want to definitely look at. Is it puffy? How does the hardware look? How does it feel? What does the stitching look like? What does the made in France look like? For me, that's always a dead giveaway. Also the zipper pull, how it smells the bag.
What brands do you think are knocked off the most?
Oh my gosh, the Gucci is huge. YSL is huge for sure. Definitely Chanel is getting up there. Louis Vuitton too.
The luxury brands that are not commonly knocked off?
To be honest, I do research all the time. They are capturing all brands, Celine to Chloe to Gucci, specialty in all categories.
Can you tell us more about authenticity and how you guarantee that for customers?
Absolutely. Voila. This is called entropy. This is AI intelligence. There's a series of questions and photos and fabric and hardware and date codes that you need to take photos of. We'll then come back to you and indicate authentic or not. If this were to indicate not authentic, there's another company which we use, which is called Legit Rails, also very accurate.
And how accurate are these?
Listen, nothing's 100%. We're looking at like 95, 96 to 98%.
Do people try and consign a lot of fake handbags?
Since we've been opened in the past year and a half, we've probably got about 10.
Did you know right away, or did you have to wait for authentication to come back?
It's almost like I knew right away. You kind of know. There's certain giveaways, but I never want to assume, so we always have to go through the avenue of authenticating. If that authentication comes back, we present it to the customer, and there's a penalty.
Tell me if this statement is true or false. All handbags on the luxury consignment market are worn and showing signs of wear.
No, I'd say false. There are some brand new that come into the store.
How often does that happen?
Oh my gosh, it happens weekly for sure. Get things as gifts, or they buy it and they think they'll wear it, but they don't.
What are the most common signs of wear that you should be looking out for when shopping pre-loved?
Major thing is corner wear, or the interior has stains, marks, gums, makeup, etc. With your vintage bags, be careful. Sometimes they're sticky. There's a pungent odor.
Do you prefer shopping vintage bags or more current collection?
Ooh, I kind of like both. When something that's old world that comes in, we get so excited because you haven't seen it. But I also love newness. I can't pick.
Do all designer handbags come with authenticity cards?
Let me show you. So not all of them do. So no. Biggest misconception. Chanel, yes, they do. Absolutely. But since 2021, they no longer offer authenticity cards in their bags. Now the microchip. No, Dior does have. Prada does on occasion as well. Brands like Bottega, Goyard, YSL, that'll have a little booklet, but it's not an authenticity certificate.
Trick question. What is a brand that you actually would not buy on the pre-loved market?
Oh my gosh, this is so hard. I'm not going to lie. It's not a favorite brand of mine. It's Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton monogram. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm really anal about the vachetta leather. Buying something, I just don't love to see it so worn. There's also an odor associated with a lot of the monogram bags that older in nature. I mean, hey, a vintage Louis is great for some. Personally, it's not something I'd buy resale.
Would you say goes into deciding the resale value of a bag?
Such a good question. We get asked this all the time. Compare the full retail, the condition, and then you're doing your comps, full market research of where things are selling, coming to that gut feeling.
What are some of the hardest things to find on the resale market?
Oh my gosh, a Chanel classic flat bag. Caviar, small, medium, gold, black Kelly or small Birkin in a 25.
And what are the hardest colors to find resale?
A good white with gold hardware. I think just your beiges and your taupes and those more neutral colors.
Final question. So you told us that your very first pre-loved handbag you bought was a Chanel. Do you still have that handbag?
I'm so guilty to say I don't. 10 years later, I sold it almost double the price that I originally purchased for. Always invest in smart and wise brands after I bought something else. The whole upcycle world is great. You shop, you enjoy it, and you resell it and buy something else.
Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and learn about all things resale luxury handbags. I'm so excited to come shop. I don't know what I'm going to buy next, but I literally stalk your stories every single day.
Oh my gosh, I adore you. Oksana, cheers. Thank you so much.